Gemini, in this state, you are being called to expand and to innovate love and creativity. So Geminis are going to fall in love, and it's not going to be an idea or a word. In fact, it could be with someone that doesn't speak the same language, because God Universe is trying to get Geminis to stop living just in the mind. It's 1/12 of your soul, and you're living in all of it. You moved everything into your mind. You've lived there and stayed there your entire life. So Geminis are getting evicted out of the mind, believe it or not. But first, God's going to give you a nice golden parachute, which is to connect to your heart and connect to your creativity. So this is about your relationship to creativity, your relationship, to the guitar if you're an artist, your relationship to the brush if you're a painter, your relationship to the teacher if you're in some sort of an art school. And so it's expanding that love and creativity outside the normal neural networks that you have. With the Earth in Aries at the same time, that means that you're going to manifest now a new place in the world, because the place in the world is always determined by the activities of the heart. So if you've been in your mind the whole time, there's no way you figured out where you belong in the world, because it comes from the heart. It's the heart that wishes, not the mind. So, expect your heart to be able to open up more, and expect you to start to see things in the world that you want, see places that you want to go, see things in the world that you want, all because you've expanded that heart. Now, moving on to the Jupiter retrograde. Interesting how I misdid this. The Jupiter retrograde is in your ego. So you have been unnaturally confident for the last few months since your birthday period. That confidence you're feeling is Jupiter, okay? It might be a false sense of confidence. It is your ego feeling empowered. It's God Universe saying, yep, this is how strong you could be if you kept Jupiter, but you're not. And so Jupiter's going to retrograde and leave you to stand on your own 2 feet. Geminis do show one of the highest promise for at least one minor breakdown, because they have ignored their true heart in what they do and what they don't do, and their mind has set them up to get them in little corners that they're gonna have to get out of, probably through a minor crisis, or a gray night of the soul, so to speak. Now that said, the retrograde takes away the ego, and then we have Pluto direct. Pluto direct is also no joke, Gemini. The universe is saying you've got to draw boundaries and transform your life. You've got to define the boundaries by your feelings, not your mind. And we go forward. As of Friday, we go forward. You will get in the pool. You will get undressed. You will transform your life. You have no choice. Pluto is do what I say, or you're off Earth. Like, it's basically the great bouncer of the planet. And I've seen many relationships and many people where they did not listen, and they had an 8th house transit, and sure enough, it was a tragedy. I'm not trying to make you fear. I'm just trying to share with you, it's no joke. Pluto does not mess around in its own house. That's the 8th house. It will not mess around. There is no room for mercy. Listen to your feelings and transform your life. Gosh golly.
It's serious.